Rocket League is dying. And what is Epic doing about it? Absolutely nothing. It's like they're not even looking into it, like, at all, and just ignoring the entire player base altogether. So it's up to us as players to come together and shed some light. Hi, I'm Fraxon, and welcome back to another video. There have been many videos already made about this topic from popular content creator Vatira and even pros like apparently Jack. But for some reason, even though all of these videos have already been made, Epic Games is just still not paying attention to the player base. And that's why I feel the urge to make a video about this topic, and I encourage you to make a video about this topic as well, even if you aren't a content creator. Now, I personally think that they are just trying to milk it. I think that they are completely done with the game and just want to get every single penny that they can get from this game before it fully dies. Now, that may not be true, but they aren't showing any signs of caring. They're not giving us any news or details about getting rid of all of these AI bots and DDoSers out of the high-ranked lobbies, or even the open qualifiers that they didn't have any admins for. Like, do they even care about the game anymore? Anyways, enough with the ranting. Let's get into the facts. In 2024, the average player base monthly was 20,000, and a peak for the whole year was 37,000 concurrent players. In 2025, the average player base per month was 16,000, and a peak of the year being 35,000. Now, that's just in the last year. Over time, if nothing changes, we can expect these numbers to decline. On top of popular content creators like Sunless Khan publicly quitting the game this year, it's not looking good at all. Epic Games bought Rocket League in May of 2019. The first thing Epic did was make it free to play and crossed it over to the Epic Games Store instead of being on Steam. Which, yeah, for the most part, was a good thing, with the player base skyrocketing up to 1 million concurrent players across all platforms. But they also took crates away and instead put in a blueprint system, which had most people confused as to why they did that, which later they would add drops that people can open instead, and also implemented the item shop, along with adding a new rank being the well-known Supersonic Legend, or SSL for short, and breaking up the former highest rank into 3 being Grand Champ 1, 2, and 3, or GC for short. They also introduced a well-deserved and desired tournament system, which had everyone super ecstatic to see and even produces great content for creators till this day. They then, in 2021, created Sideswipe, which is Rocket League for mobile. It was a 2D version of the game, and it didn't last very long, as it is no longer able to be downloaded. After not doing anything major in 2022, 2023, they added Rocket Racing to Fortnite. But like, who cares about Fortnite? This is a Rocket League video. Like, come on now. A tiny detail that people didn't like that was if you didn't have Rocket League on Steam, you wouldn't be able to change your gamer tag whenever you wanted like you used to. But that's the least of our worries, because continuing in 2023, they got rid of trading, like the whole entire trading system. This shattered a majority of Rocket League content creators' dreams and love for the game altogether. From huge names like John Sandman, Phantom Ace, Athena, Pixel, and many, many more, no longer having anything to record besides drop openings with no way to give back to the community. They had no choice but to say sayonara and pack their bags and leave the game they loved for years. Now, this was very controversial. One could even say it's the most controversial thing that has ever happened in Rocket League history. It made a bunch of people who enjoyed playing and trading in the game quit, which made the concurrent player base from 2020 at 1 million all the way down to a mere 23,000 in 2025. Just to add salt to the wound, a year later they laid off a bunch of community devs, all for, and I quote, to align with Epic Games' company-wide policy of making items non-tradable in titles, which I think that it's just to make a bigger profit, because you can trade weapons on Save the World, but you can't even trade a decal for a car in Rocket League. There is a whole lot more I would like to say about that, but we shall move on to more recent problems like DDoSing. Now, DDoS attacks became a significant problem for Rocket League in late of 2024, increasing in 2025, which spurred up public complaints from players and even got official responses from Epic Games and Psyonix in November of 2025. The DDoSing issue had been building for a little over a year, especially for high GC and SSL players. The rampant cheating and hacking was really starting to get to the people, with the issue gaining significant public attention in 2025. People like Vatira would go to make videos specifically about the DDoSing in November of 2025 when it was a big issue. Psyonix and Epic Games acknowledged the DDoSing problem and announced new measures to combat it. Things like strengthening networks, real-time defense, and increasing ban waves. But Even with all of that, nothing seems to be stopping them, as it is still an ongoing problem in the Rocket League community and needs to be taken care of unless they don't want a competitive scene for their game anymore. Now moving on to one of the most biggest movements in Rocket League history. Vatira, widely known as former RLCS world champion, started a movement on Twitter, aka X, with the use of hashtag Rocket League is dead. He specifically asked for people in his community to retweet the tag to draw attention to ongoing problems in pro play. Now, this got the attention of numerous other professional players, and RLCS casters even joined in, using the hashtag to amplify the message. Now, the hashtag Rocket League is dead movement was a direct response to the number of persistent, game-breaking issues that were negatively impacting competitive play. The most significant issue was distributed denial of service, or DDoS, as most people know. DDoS attacks were happening during matches, making practice and competitive play unreliable. Like I previously mentioned, pros were frustrated that a recent update intended to fix this had not worked at all, and the problem was only getting worse. General dissatisfaction with how the RLCS events and the game itself were being managed by the developers, aka Psyonix and Epic Games, was also a contributing factor. But there is one last hope: Jinxie. Now you might be asking me why Jinxie, or you might already know, but Jinxie made the population of Rocket League go from 700,000 concurrent players across all platforms up to a whole 1 million. And mind you, that was just within a span of a couple months, and it's still staying to 1 million to this day. In all honesty, I don't know what Rocket League has in store for its future, but if there was a time to revive this game from being dead, the time is now. Now, with all that being said, let me know what your thoughts are on the matter. And do you think Rocket League is a dead game? Do you think it has a chance to be revived? Do you think Jinxie is the one to do it? Or have you given up on it entirely? Let me know down in the comments. But if you enjoyed watching this video and want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button and leave a like on the video. Until then, I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Scratch that. Have a better one. Cause my priorities don't shift, I don't get how you left, I don't like how